Hello and welcome to the Scatterable channel, and today I want to show you how to upgrade your gaming PC. So for the most part, the actual physical labor involved in upgrading your PC gaming parts is really no different than just say building your PC for the first time from scratch, but there are a few differences you have to consider first. A few of those being, will these upgrades be compatible with my gaming PC? Is there anything I need to do beforehand when installing or upgrading, say, my graphics card or processor? And what should I do afterwards to ensure that my upgrade actually works in my gaming PC? So a lot of those questions will be answered in today's guide video, so that is what I have in store for you guys. And more specifically, this video is going to be covering specifically a processor upgrade, a graphics card upgrade, a motherboard upgrade, a RAM upgrade, and a possible power supply upgrade if you fall in a certain category. But aside from that, that is what today's video will be covering. So if you enjoy handy tech tip videos like this, then do consider subscribing to the Scatterable channel, since I am here in that quarantine mood trying to grind out weekly videos for you guys. But anyways, with that all being said, let's go ahead and get a quick word from our sponsor. So if you're watching this video and you are considering upgrading your motherboard, you might actually need a new Windows 10 key in addition to that upgrade, because motherboards are synchronous with your Windows 10 key. So if you use a new one, your old hard drive or SSD that you had Windows originally installed on won't recognize your new key. And if you fall in that category and you want an inexpensive Windows 10 Pro key, then I consider scdkey.com. They're an online retailer full of a bunch of Windows 10 keys you can get right now, install, and get activated on your PC within a matter of minutes. And they're very inexpensive, especially with the discount code VIPScatter, where you can get a percentage off your next order. So if you want to check out VIPscdkey.com, I will have a link to their website in the description below, along with that discount code. So here are some things to check first before considering some popular upgrades to your gaming PC. So if you're watching this video and you are considering a graphics card upgrade, since I know that's really common, just make sure that you have enough wattage for your gaming PC right now to support that new graphics card. If you're working with a really low wattage power supply, like a 400 watt one, just make sure that you have enough PCI power cables to support a newer graphics card. So say, for example, you're moving from a GTX 1650 or RX 570 that just uses one 8-pin power connector, and you're moving to like an RX 5500 or RTX 2060 Super that could use like an 8-pin and 6-pin or two 8-pin connectors. You gotta make sure that you have that extra power PCI cable on you, which may not be available in your basic 400 watt power supply. But if you have a better one that's already in your PC, like a 650 watt or 700 watt, then you should be good. But just make sure you have enough wattage for your gaming PC to support a newer and faster graphics card. And also, if you were wondering, yes, you can go from an AMD graphics card to an NVIDIA graphics card. Brand compatibility does not matter when it comes to graphics cards, but there is something to consider installing first before you even perform that upgrade, which we'll be covering later in this video. Now, if you're going to be going on a CPU upgrade, there are a few things to look at. If you're working with a Ryzen system and you're, say, upgrading from a 2nd gen or a 1st gen processor to a 3rd gen, you might want to consider a BIOS update, because I'm not sure if your motherboard is going to be BIOS updated out of the box to support that 3rd gen chip, as I know a lot of motherboards are right now compatible with 3rd gen processors. But if you bought one of the earliest B450 motherboards, it may not be BIOS update ready. So if you're in that boat, just make sure that you have a BIOS update file on hand with you before you actually install that new processor, which I'll be showing you more in depth how to do that. However, if, say, you're on a 2nd gen chip right now, that's like a basic one, like a 2200G, and you're going to be upgrading to a higher end one, like a 2700X, you won't need a BIOS upgrade, because that is within the same generation of Ryzen processors. So there is a little at risk to that BIOS update remark. That's only if you're jumping from like a 1st gen or 2nd gen chip to a 3rd gen chip on a motherboard that might not have the latest BIOS. But even if you don't fall in that category, installing a BIOS update is really easy. It can just add extra stability to your PC along with that new processor upgrade. And then finally, if you're upgrading your motherboard to, say, from a B451 to an X571, first of all, make sure that it fits in your PC case, which you should already know, because just replicate the same size motherboard you have in your current PC. and use that same size on the new motherboard. And also make sure you have enough CPU power pins, because some high-end X570 and Z490 motherboards have two 8-pin CPU power connectors on the top left of the board, which is quite the jump from like a basic 8-pin power connector that you find on a basic motherboard. So just make sure you have enough wattage for that. And I said it's more of a stress because you will kind of need a more higher end power supply to support those higher end motherboards, like a 650 watt or 700 watt. So just make sure you have enough wattage for that. But I'd say between a graphics card upgrade and a motherboard upgrade, you will most likely need a new power supply if you're really upgrading to a higher end motherboard, simply because most basic power supplies don't have two separate CPU power pin cables. So that's something to keep into mind. So if you've assessed what parts in your PC are going to be upgradable or not, and you're ready to perform the upgrade, here are a few tools and utilities you might need to install and actually get before performing the upgrade. So if you're going to be performing a graphics card upgrade, specifically from an AMD to NVIDIA or vice versa upgrade, I recommend installing DDU, or also known as Display Driver Uninstaller. This will completely remove any sort of files relating from your old graphics card brand to make room for the new one, so there's no sort of incompatibilities or issues that could arise from moving from an AMD card to an NVIDIA card and vice versa. So if you're going to be upgrading your CPU from like a last generation chip to a new generation chip and you've ensured that you need a new BIOS, first go ahead and make sure that you install that new BIOS file onto a USB flash drive, which you will be using before actually installing the new processor, to flash that new BIOS to your motherboard in order to install that. So make sure you do that first before performing any sort of physical CPU upgrade, because if you don't have that new BIOS file on your motherboard, you won't be able to actually place in the new chip and then have it be recognized by the board. So make sure you have that taken care of, especially if you're in need of a BIOS update. But if you don't worry about this. You won't need to install a new BIOS file unless you just want to. But now some tools and utilities you might need that are actually physical are going to be a Phillips Head 2 screwdriver for unscrewing the majority of your screws, and some isopropyl 70% alcohol, which you might need if you're performing a CPU upgrade and you need to remove the old thermal paste from your processor and old CPU cooler first before installing the new one. And of course, make sure you have some thermal paste on you for that CPU. So upgrading the CPU, GPU, RAM, motherboard, and power supply should for the most part be the exact same as basically building in a brand new gaming PC. You're just removing the old and putting in the new. It's just the only exception to this is going to be the CPU upgrade, because you need to remove that old thermal paste. So if you're going to be doing that, take off your old CPU cooler, go ahead and dabble some isopropyl alcohol onto a cloth, rub it onto the CPU, and then dabble some more onto another spot on the cloth and rub off the CPU cooler. And then go ahead and take out the old chip, put in the new chip, put some new thermal paste, and then put back on your old CPU cooler. But of course, before you did any of that, if you needed a BIOS update, make sure you did that before performing these steps, because again, if you didn't, your motherboard won't be able to recognize your new processor. But if you did that, then you should be good. But anyways, like I said, besides that CPU upgrade, installing a new graphics card, RAM, motherboard, power supply, and CPU should be just the same as, say, building a new gaming PC. So once performing those upgrades, there are a few things I'd like to do afterwards for a few special cases. So say if you installed a new graphics card from a different brand to another, so like AMD to NVIDIA and vice versa, you will need to install some new graphics card drivers that are appropriate for that new brand, because if you installed DDU before and completely removed any sort of graphics card drivers on your new PC, so you got to go ahead and get some new ones. So if we're going with an AMD card, go to Google and Google AMD graphics card drivers, select your card, install, express installation, and kaboom, you should have your graphics card drivers like that. And if you're working with NVIDIA, it's the same steps. Look up your card, choose the latest version, install, express installation, and boom, you've got your graphics card drivers installed for your new graphics card. And the last thing I want to mention is that if you've upgraded your motherboard, it will still recognize your old SSD or hard drive that has your original version of Windows installed, and it will still boot up. But you might notice that you get that Windows 10 watermark for saying activate Windows 10. That is because if you upgrade to a new motherboard, you will need to actually supply a new key, because all Windows 10 keys are locked by motherboard. So if you use a new one, you need a new key, which fortunately you can either do by calling Microsoft and asking for your old key, or just by getting a brand new one, say from vipscdkey.com. But that is just something to keep in mind if you perform a motherboard upgrade. but that doesn't apply to any other part in this guide. So that's really it for this kind of upgrade tutorial video for upgrading your gaming PC. And if you enjoyed this video, then definitely do like it, because I'm filming this in the middle of quarantine. So I'm really trying to get out that content for you guys. But aside from that, I hope you guys enjoyed what you've seen. And if you want to become more engaged with the community, I do have a Discord, Twitter, and Instagram in the description below. And finally, if you do enjoy what I put out, then consider subscribing. So with all that being said, thank you so much for watching. And this is the Scatterable channel signing out.